In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your sway bar bushings on your Toyota Camry. They're located on your sway bar underneath. Before beginning this job, if you are doing it on the ground, make sure that you do not support your vehicle by frame because you're going to be lowering down the subframe in the front. I would use the little pinch areas for the lifts on the outside. It runs down the side of the car. We're going to want to put a pole jack or something to support this subframe because we're going to lower the subframe down a couple of inches, I'd say, to be able to get to the bolts that are holding the bushings in from the sway bar. So you're going to want to put your pole jack somewhere right kind of near this exhaust pipe. Once it's supported, I'm going to work on taking out this nut, this bolt on both sides, and then we're going to lower these bolts down a little bit. We're going to keep it threaded in a little bit though, and then we're going to lower down the subframe. Using a 14mm socket, we're going to start by taking out these two. Do the same on the other side. Now we're going to take this bolt out slightly, not all the way. I would start there. We can always lower it down some more if needed. Do the same on the other side. Now that we have some space here, that's the amount of space needed to lower the subframe down. We have that on both sides. So we're going to slowly lower it down. Keep an eye on everything as you do so. And you just want to lower it enough so you can get to those bolts holding the sway bar bushings. Using a 12mm long socket, I'm going through the wheel well to get to this bolt. You can also get it coming up through here. Loosen that up. It's not easy to get to, so just be patient. I'm going to go the rest of the way with my battery operated ratchet. Remove the bolt. And now we're going to get the one in front of it. For the front here, we're going to use a wrench because you can't get a ratchet in there. So using a 12mm wrench, we're going to take out this bolt. Take the bolt out. Do the same on the other side. Now we're going to remove our bracket from the bushing on both sides. Remove the bracket. Do the same on the other side. After you take the bracket off, there should be a split right here. And you're just going to take it off the bar. You might have to pick up your bar and push the bushing off. Like that. I'm going to replace mine on this side before I take off the old one on the other side. All right, so we're going to put our new one on first before taking off the old one on the other side. I'm going to make sure my opening is in the front, or should I say in front of me, but towards the back. So go through this way. Make sure you're past this silver spot there, the little silver guide on the bar. Slide it on, pick up the bar, turn it so the flat side is down on the subframe. And now we're going to go on the other side and take off the old one and put the new one on. Make sure you put your bracket with the arrow pointing towards the front of the vehicle. That's how they came off. I'll slide it on. You're going to have to get it past that lip on the bushing and then press it down. And get my bolt started. Once you have both bolts started, do the same on the other side. Tighten it down. Go to the front. I use my ratchet wrench at first till I can't anymore. Once you're snug, let's torque it to 14 foot-pounds. I'm using a 12mm crow's foot on my torque wrench to be able to get to this front one. Well, front to us, but it's the one in the rear. If you can't get a torque wrench in there, just do your best, snug it up, go about a quarter of a turn after it's pretty snug. Now we're going to torque the one in the back with a 12mm socket. Again, if you can't get a torque wrench in there, that's all right. Just do your best. Make it as tight as you can from this angle. Now that your bushings are in place and everything's torqued, we're going to push up our subframe and put it back in place. On the way up, make sure that your brackets are able to go where they belong and get it over that stud. Once you're flush, you can screw in your bolt, your main bolt. And make sure it's lined up where it was when you took it off. You can tell where the flange of the nut sat on the bracket. Start your nut and your bolt. Do the same on the other side. Let's snug these up. And we'll be torquing that to 63 foot-pounds. These two will be torqued to 24 foot-pounds. Do the same on the other side. Now we can lower down our pole jack. And remove it.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.